Mr. Speaker, the decision to sell Hydro One was made behind closed doors by the banker that the Premier brought in to be the training wheels for the Finance Minister. There was no public consultation. I just want to share with you comments from one Ontarian. The government has no mandate to sell off the grid, and there has been no public consultation or debate about such a sale. He went on to say selling the crown jewel of our electricity system was a very serious mistake. That was said in the legislature, not by me or the opposition leader. It was said by former Liberal Cabinet Minister Sean Conway. Mr. Speaker, members of the Liberal Party have raged against selling Hydro One in the past. Now they're perfectly okay with selling it off to their buddies on Bay Street. Liberals sitting in the Cabinet opposed the fire sale of Hydro One. Mr. Speaker, how did they feel about Ed Clark having more say than they do?
Good question.
Well, Speaker, given that the member opposite is interested in some quotes from days gone by, I've got some for you too. So I've got some quotes from the member from Simcoe Grey, Speaker, who said, let's just listen to what he said. The government announced on December 12, 2001, that it has decided to privatize Hydro One. We believe this decision best serves the interests of Ontario taxpayers and electricity customers. The member from Simcoe Grey, he'll remember that. He also said, over the long term, we believe that the restructuring of the electricity system in Ontario will impose sufficient market discipline. But that's not enough. There's more, Speaker. There's more. On January 24, 2002, he said, we believe this decision best serves the interests of Ontario taxpayers and electricity customers. Some people mistakenly refer to electricity competition as deregulation.
Thank you.
It is not.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. You know, I've got to warn the Liberals that the fire sale of Hydro One is spreading. And let's continue the theme here of Throwback Thursdays. I've got another quote from someone from Eastern Ontario who said, quote, Ontario families want affordable, reliable electricity. They know the sale of the grid that carries electricity to their homes is a disaster for consumers. He then went on to warn that selling Hydro One was a reward for corporate friends and that people want the sale stopped. You know who said that, Mr. Speaker? That was their former Premier, Dalton McGuinty, who said that. Premier, even the former Premier, no stranger to handing government contracts to their Liberal pals, knew that Hydro One was just going to be a bottomless trough for well-connected insiders. Mr. Speaker, will the Premier stop the Hydro One sale, or is she eager to do exactly what Dalton McGuinty warned and stuff her friends' pockets?